Hi, Scott here. What I wanted to show you today was something that I've done years ago, but before I tell you about that, I know a lot of people with kids want to help them learn faster and learn more and find quick ways to teach them things. And years ago, I tried something when I was in college that I used as a biology experiment, biology project, and I used my 2-year-old daughter. What I did is I had a book of nursery rhymes. There were 72 Mother Goose nursery rhymes that every night I would read every single one of them to our 2-year-old. Yes, she did sit and listen for all of those. It's pretty amazing. But I would read them every night for 4 or 5 nights. And then what happened it was about the 5th night, what I decided to do is I would leave off the last word in each line. And I would leave it off and then I would say it. And after a few nights of that, she started filling in the words. And then I would start leaving off 2 words and 3 words. And by the end of, it was about a month and a half, she had learned 72 nursery rhymes, which totally freaked me out, wondering what I was going to do as a parent to try to do, well, with my wife, try to teach this young girl what she needed to know. It was pretty crazy watching her memorize those. And our daughter is now 46, which tells you about how old I am. And I asked her the other day, do you still know any of the nursery rhymes? And she said, I couldn't say them, but if someone says them, I know if they're saying them wrong, which is pretty amazing after that many years, 44 years. But what I've done in this series of videos, this is the introductory video, and then there are 3 other videos. In the first one, I repeat, well, I say about 15 to 20 nursery rhymes, Mother Goose nursery rhymes, and you can put that in a loop and play it for your 2-year-old at night. There's not a lot of pictures. It's just me, just like this, saying the nursery rhymes. Not a lot of inflection, not a lot of emotion. It's just saying the nursery rhymes. And so if you put those on and play them in a loop on YouTube for about 4 or 5 days, do it for like 10, 15 minutes. And then about the 5th day, change the video to the next video where I leave off some of the last words. And do that for 5 days or so, and then go to the next one where I leave off more words. And you'll be amazed at how quickly your young ones will start filling in the words. It's pretty fascinating. I talked to a guy years ago whose 3 kids were considered geniuses, and he said, my kids aren't geniuses, I've just taught them how to learn. And what he did, every night he would spend 15 minutes of focused attention on each one, and I know that's incredibly difficult. We had 5 kids, and we hardly ever did that. But he would spend 15 minutes talking about things he wanted them to learn, and over a period of time, he taught them an amazing number of things, much more than school ever did, except for the kinds of things school teaches you. I'm not just in schools, I'm just saying he taught them a lot of things that really upped their learning. So put these next 2 or 3 videos, next 3 videos on, one at a time. Start with one tonight with your son or daughter. This will probably work up to 4 or 5 years old, even playing them at night. We tried with another daughter just playing some little cassette tapes, that shows you my age, over a period of times, maybe a couple of weeks. And then one day we were sitting at the dinner table and she started telling the stories that had been on the little cassette tapes that we just played for every night. So it's an interesting way to learn. And please leave notes in the comments and the feedback in the comments below or under each of the videos to tell me what worked, what didn't, how your kid responded, and how they learned. But thanks for watching this, and give me a thumbs up and subscribe And I'm hoping it does as much for you as it did for our little one. And one other thing I mentioned is I did this about a month and a half ago with our 2-year-old grandson. We were spending 2 weeks with my daughter since she had a new baby to help take care of the baby. And every day, it would just be here or there random. I would just sit down with the little boy. He's about 2.5, I guess. And I would just sit him down there in the rocking chair or just looking at him in the face. And I would say, like, hey diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle. And I would leave off the words and he would fill in the words after about a week. And then we saw them again about 3 weeks later over a weekend. And I did the same thing with some of the nursery rhymes. And he could still remember after 3 weeks. And they're up again after about a week and a half. And I've done it several times. And he just fills it right in. And it's really interesting. And he's learned more of each one each time. So good luck. I hope you have fun with this. And we'll see you next time.